Number 1. The 1982 Ford F-150 Lariat Pickup, listed for $6,250 and located in Valdosta, Georgia, brings a classic old-school charm mixed with genuine usability, though this listing comes with twist. Despite the headline mentioning an F-150, the seller is actually offering a 1962 Studebaker Champ, a rare and highly distinctive pickup that stands out anywhere it goes. Powered by its dependable six-cylinder engine and paired with a manual transmission, this Champ has been well cared for and recently refreshed with a long list of important maintenance items. The owner has installed a rebuilt carburetor, a new fuel pump, a new shifter bushing kit, and completed a full tune-up that includes new plugs, belts, points, and wires, all the essentials needed to keep a vintage truck running strong. The wheels have been restored and wrapped in brand new tires, making it road-ready and visually sharper than many trucks of its era. Adding even more value, the sale includes a white camper top, an extra hood, various spare parts, and original manuals, which is a kind of bonus collectors and restorers love to find. The seller notes that the truck runs and drives great, offering a dependable driving experience wrapped in a uniquely classic Studebaker design that's becoming harder to find every year. Whether you're a collector, a weekend cruiser, or someone who appreciates rare American metal, this Champ offers character, charm, and practicality at a very approachable price. Located in Valdosta, Georgia, and priced at $6,250, is an opportunity to own something different, something with personality, and a great foundation for either preservation or continued restoration. Number 2. The 1982 Ford F-150 Lariat Pickup, listed for $6,500 and located in Lanexa, Virginia, is a clean and increasingly collectible classic that blends vintage charm with real usability. This truck comes equipped with a desirable 351 Windsor V8, paired with an automatic transmission, and shows just 81,000 original miles, making it a true survivor from the early 80s. Finished in a tan and brown two-tone with the upscale Lariat trim, it features a signature wood-grain interior and a saddle-style cabin reminiscent of early King Ranch aesthetics. The body is straight and solid, with no major rust issues, something that's getting harder to find on these older Ford pickups. The seller notes that the truck runs and drives, with strong engine and great bones, making it an ideal candidate for a light restoration, or even a reliable classic daily driver. As with most unrestored vintage trucks, there are a few known needs. The brakes need to be bled and may need new pads. The AC requires a belt. The radio is currently non-functional, and there's a small crack in the windshield. The good news is that his son and brother-in-law are already tackling the mechanical items, and the price will go up as the truck gets sorted out. With a clean title, a timeless look, and a drivetrain that's both dependable and respected, this F-150 offers a rare opportunity to pick up a well-preserved Lariat at a fair price. The seller is even open to trades, making this an appealing option for anyone seeking a classic Ford with character, originality, and a solid foundation. Number 3. The 1974 Chevrolet 2500 regular cab long bed, listed for $8,400 and located in Dallas, Texas, is a standout example of a well-preserved, well-loved camper special that blends originality with unique, period-correct twist. This C20 comes powered by the legendary 454 V8 paired with an automatic transmission, and with just over 111,000 miles showing, it still runs and drives exceptionally well, tight, smooth, and remarkably strong for its age. What sets this truck apart is its history. Owned by the same person from 1974, until 2018. It even comes with the original small Texas title from the 70s. In the late 80s, instead of purchasing a brand new truck, the original owner decided to professionally update the entire vehicle using OEM components, giving it a thoughtful 1980s facelift, including refreshed exterior trim and a neatly upgraded interior. Nothing was done cheaply or carelessly. Everything reflects the kind of work someone does when they intend to keep a truck forever. Recent maintenance in the last few months includes complete new fuel system, all new brakes, a fresh tune-up, a new battery, and tires that look nearly new, though they do show some weather cracking. Inside, the truck retains its clean, comfortable cabin with power windows, power locks, the OEM radio, and the factory AIC system, which functions but has a slow leak. The body is described as straight. The interior remains in impressive original condition, and overall this Chevy presents itself as a dependable cruiser with character, heritage, and authenticity. For anyone who appreciates vintage heavy-duty trucks, especially those with big block heart and a documented past, this camper special offers a rare chance to own a piece of Texas history that's been kept on the road with pride for nearly 5 decades. For more information, the seller invites serious inquiries. Number 4, the 1979 Ford F-150XL pickup, listed for $10,000 and currently sitting in Sand Springs, Oklahoma, is one of those classic trucks that instantly grabs your attention. Not because it's flashy or over-restored, but because it still carries that genuine late 70s Ford character that enthusiasts love. This model is part of the iconic Ranger trim era, celebrated for its rugged simplicity, squared-off good looks, and dependable drivetrains, and this particular truck fits that mold perfectly. The owner notes that it's believed to have only 37,000 original miles, and based on the very light pedal wear, that claim seems surprisingly credible for a truck that's approaching 50 years old. Powering this F-150 is Ford's legendary 400 V8, a big block style engine known for delivering strong low-end torque and smooth operation. Ideal for towing, cruising, or just enjoying the unmistakable sound and feel of old-school American muscle. Even after all these years, the engine starts and runs well, giving you that confident, steady idle that classic Ford trucks are famous for. The only minor quirk is a small belt squeal at startup, an easy and inexpensive fix that doesn't affect drivability. Mechanically, there are no major issues, making this a rare find for anyone wanting a vintage pickup that doesn't come on a long to-do list. The body lines remain straight and clean, showing minimal wear for its age, and the overall structure looks solid, something that's getting harder to find as surviving models become more and more collectible. The exterior retains that honest, original truck vibe, free from heavy modifications or questionable repairs. Inside, the cabin presents well too, with its classic layout, simple gauges, and durable materials that have held up far better than most 79s on the market today. It's the kind of interior where you can instantly picture long weekend drives, small town cruising, and that unmistakable vintage truck experience. Altogether, this 1979 Ford F-150XL is the perfect blend of reliability, originality, and classic American truck charm. Whether you're looking for a dependable daily driver with personality, a weekend cruiser to take to local meets, or a solid foundation for a light restoration, this one checks all the boxes. With its strong 400 V8, believed low mileage, clean body, and straightforward ownership, it's ready for the next enthusiast to enjoy. Just another reminder of why old Fords continue to stand tall in a world of classic pickups. Number 5. The 1966 Ford F-150, listed at $17,500 and located in Harrison, Arkansas, is one of those custom-built classics that immediately sparks curiosity the moment you hear the details. At first glance, you see a vintage mid-60s Ford body, clean, iconic, and full of old-school charm. But underneath that unmistakable classic styling is something that completely transforms this truck. A full 1978 Ford highboy frame. That's right. This build merges two legendary Ford generations into one unique, lifted, rugged machine. For anyone familiar with highboys, you already know what that means. The highboy frame gives this 66 a tougher stance, elevated ride height, and that unmistakable heavy-duty 4x4 presence that made the late 70s F-Series so iconic off-road. Pairing a lightweight 66 body with a highboy chassis creates a combination that's not just eye-catching, but genuinely capable. It sits right, it looks right, and it carries a kind of attitude that turns heads wherever it goes. According to the owner, the truck starts, runs, and drives well, making a functional, ready-to-enjoy classic. Not one of those half-finished projects that needs months of work before it hits the road. With 99,000 miles on the setup and a manual transmission, the driving experience is as authentic as it gets. Analog, engaging, and built for people who enjoy the feel of a true vintage truck. This isn't a cushy modern pickup. It's a piece of Ford history with the added muscle and capability that only a highboy foundation can offer. Visually, the blend of eras gives the truck a presence that stands out from anything else in its price range. The 66 body gives you the clean styling, round headlights, and simple but bold lines of classic first-generation F-Series. Meanwhile, the 78 frame brings sturdier suspension components, a tougher stance, and better driving characteristics, turning this truck into a near-perfect blend of vintage looks and late 70s durability. At $17,500 OBO, it's positioned as a rare, attention-grabbing build for someone who wants more than just a typical old pickup. This is for the enthusiast who appreciates craftsmanship, originality, and concept, and the unique hybrid character this Ford brings to the table. Whether you want a weekend cruiser, a show and shine standout, or a capable off-road classic with vintage soul, this 66 on highboy frame F 150 offers something you won't find anywhere else, and it's ready for its next owner to enjoy. Number 6. The 1985 Ford F-150 long bed, listed at $6,400 and located in Cantonment, Florida, is a classic workhorse that's been built, upgraded, and cared for by an owner who clearly knows these trucks inside and out. With 166,664 miles on the clock and a manual transmission, this 85 model represents that era when Ford trucks were simple, tough, and built to last. No computers, no gimmicks, just pure mechanical reliability. Under the hood, the heart of this truck is a legendary inline-six engine, but this one isn't your standard stock setup. It's been fitted with long tube headers, a Clifford Offenhauser intake, and a Weber 2 barrel carb, giving the straight six more breathing power, better responsiveness, and a bit of extra attitude. That combination is well known among Ford inline-six fans for turning these engines from just dependable to genuinely fun to drive. And paired with a robust ZF5 transmission, you get a truck that feels strong, purposeful, and ready for work or cruising. Inside, the owner didn't cut corners either. The doors and roof are lined with Killmat sound deadening, making the interior quieter and more comfortable than most trucks of this era. Add in the upgraded sound system, and you got a cabin that mixes vintage charm with modern comfort. A huge bonus if you plan to daily drive it or take it on long weekend drives. What really sets this listing apart is the level of commitment from the seller. They've owned this truck for many years and have tackled countless improvements over time. You're not just getting an old Ford, you're getting years of personal attention and mechanical care. And to sweeten the deal, the truck even comes with a spare engine and a handful of extra parts, perfect for anyone who likes having backup components or plans on tinkering, restoring, or modifying further. Excellently, it still carries that unmistakable 80s Ford long bed stance, tough, simple, and ready for whatever comes next. Whether you want it as a project base, a classic daily driver, a shop truck, or even a vintage hauler, this F-150 has the bones and the upgrades to fit just about any role you throw at it. The owner mentions they're only selling because they simply have too many trucks, and while the price is set at $6,400, they're open to trades for certain types of equipment. For someone looking to get into a well-loved, well-upgraded classic Ford with a ton of personality and potential, this 1985 F-150 long bed is a solid, ready-to-drive option. Number 7. The 1986 Ford F-250, priced at just $6,300 and currently located in sunny Las Vegas. If you've been searching for an old-school diesel that still delivers dependability, grunt, and that unmistakable vintage Ford charm, this one is worth a closer look. This F-250 shows 120,000 miles on the odometer, which is impressively low for a diesel truck of this era. Under the hood, you're getting that durable Ford diesel power plant. Simple, tough, and built to run for hundreds of thousands of miles when properly maintained. According to the owner, this truck has been exactly that, dependable. The motor fires right up, even after sitting, and has never left him stranded. For trucks like this, reliability isn't a luxury. It's the whole point. Paired with an automatic transmission and a functional 4x4 system, this F-250 is ready for everything from weekend trips into the desert to hauling equipment around the property. The four-wheel drive reportedly works exactly as it should, which is good news for anyone who needs a truck that can handle sand, mud, or rough terrain without hesitation. Now, this isn't a show truck, and it doesn't pretend to be, but for nearly 40 years old, it's clean, straight, and clearly cared for. No signs of abuse, no wild modifications, just a solid single-cab pickup that has spent its life doing what trucks were made to do. If you're looking for something dependable for work, ranch use, towing, or even as a foundation for a restoration or overland build, this F-250 has plenty of life left. A mid-80s diesel F-Series at this price point is getting harder to find, especially one that hasn't been beaten to death or rusted out. With its honest condition, strong running engine, and classic build, this 1986 Ford F-250 offers great value for anyone wanting a real truck without modern complications. At $6,300, located in Las Vegas, this old Ford stands as a reminder of how simple, tough, and reliable trucks used to be, and how, even decades later, they can still get the job done. Number 8. The 1968 Ford F-100 long bed, priced at $12,000 and located in Kansas City, Missouri. This truck comes with personality, stories, and the kind of honest character you only get from a classic that's been loved and reluctantly listed for sale. The owner makes it clear right away. He doesn't want to sell it. But as he says, my wife wants a garage back, and sometimes that's the final word. He's had the truck since 2017, and in that time, it's received thoughtful maintenance to keep it on the road and enjoyable to drive. The fuel tank has been relined, the carburetor rebuilt, and it sports a new battery and alternator. Simple upgrades that make a big difference on a vintage pickup like this. Even the retro-style AM/FM radio adds to the classic vibe while giving you a taste of modern convenience. With 80,300 miles on the body and a manual transmission, this F-100 fires right up every time and runs exactly as a weekend cruiser should. It's been used mostly for casual hardware store trips or for turning heads around town, which is exactly the kind of life trucks like this were made for. It's not perfect. Few classics are, but it's honest. You'll find some rust on the door frame panels in the bed, plus light surface rust underneath. But the seller emphasizes that it's structurally solid and dependable. Originally, this pickup left the factory with the iconic 3-on-the-tree setup, but somewhere along the way, before the current owner, it was upgraded with a V8 engine and a 3-speed floor shift, giving it more punch and a sportier, more engaging driving feel. The exact mileage on a replacement engine isn't known, but that's pretty standard for a truck of this era. One more detail. There's no power steering, meaning you're getting an authentic, old-school driving experience, hands-on mechanical and connected. In a market where genuine, lightly modified vintage trucks are getting harder to find, this 1968 Ford F-100 stands out as a solid, reliable classic with great bones and plenty of charm. It looks good, it runs strong, and it carries a kind of backstory that makes classic ownership more meaningful. For $12,000 in Kansas City, Missouri, this longbed F100 isn't just a truck. It's a piece of American pickup heritage that's ready to be enjoyed by its next caretaker. Number 9. The 1985 Chevy K10, priced at $14,000 and located in Hershey, Pennsylvania. For anyone who loves old-school 4x4 trucks with real presence, this one checks all the right boxes. The seller lists the odometer at 60,000 miles, paired with manual transmission, though the actual mileage is uncertain. That's pretty common for trucks from this era, especially ones that have been driven, enjoyed, and updated over the years. What you can count on is a drivetrain. This K10 is powered by a strong 350 V8, backed by a 4-speed manual and real 4x4 capability, giving you classic Chevy torque with that hands-on, old-school driving feel. This truck also sits tall and confident thanks to its 4-inch lift, giving it the stand square body fans crave. Aggressive, rugged, and ready for work or play. Pair that with its fresh new paint. And this 85 K10 has a curb appeal to turn heads anywhere you take it. Whether you're pulling into a show, cruising through town, or exploring off pavement, this Chevy has the classic American pickup look locked in. Inside and out, the truck presents as a clean, solid example of what makes these K10s so beloved. The stance, the V8 rumble, the manual gearbox, and the unmistakable square body lines come together in a package that feels timeless. These trucks still command serious interest because they blend durability, simplicity, and style in a way modern pickups just can't replicate. One important note from the seller. If you're interested, you must call Carl directly at the number provided. He can't respond to texts or emails, so old-fashioned voice contact is the way to get the conversation started, fitting for a classic truck like this. All in all, this 1985 Chevy K10 in Hershey, Pennsylvania, is a clean, lifted V8 powered square body with great presentation and big road presence. At $14,000, it's a compelling offering for anyone looking for a classic 4x4 that's ready to enjoy. Number 10. The 1972 Ford Custom, listed at $17,500 and located in Kansas City, Missouri, a truck that blends vintage charm with reliability and honest, original character. This longbed Ford comes with 79,000 original miles, a clean title, and a reputation for being cared for throughout its life. Under the hood, it carries a strong 302 V8 paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, giving you that pure 1970s driving experience with the torque, sound, and connection only an old-school Ford the Fifth 8 can deliver. The paint is reported to be in very good condition. The body remains straight and solid, and the truck sits on tires that still have about 80% of their life left, meaning it's ready for road time without immediate maintenance. The owner notes that everything is functioning 100% from the drivetrain to mechanical components, making it a turnkey classic, rare for a truck of this era. It's the kind of vintage pickup you can drive, enjoy, and proudly show off at local meets, all while knowing the fundamentals have been preserved, not patched together. Even better, the seller is open to trades for vehicles that catch his interest, giving potential buyers some flexibility if they have something unique to offer. For collectors, weekend cruisers, or anyone who appreciates a clean, original early 70s Ford, this 1972 Custom in Kansas City stands out as a strong, well-priced example that delivers both classic style and dependable performance. Number 11. The 1975 Ford F100, listed at $10,000 and located in Safety Harbor, a vintage pickup that blends old-school Ford muscle with a surprising amount of fresh mechanical work already completed. Showing 75,000 miles and equipped with an automatic transmission, this truck is powered by the dependable 360 V8, a torquey workhorse known for durability and smooth cruising. What truly sets this F100 apart is the extensive list of new components that eliminate most of the typical headaches of owning a 1970s pickup. It comes with a new steering gearbox, new rag joint, new mechanical fuel pump, a freshly rebuilt carburetor, new battery, and even a drum-to-disc brake conversion, giving it modern stopping performance. The owner also installed a brand new 38-gallon fuel tank, ensuring long-range reliability, and proudly reports no leaks anywhere, a rare and welcome detail on a truck nearly 50 years old. Inside, it features a touch of modern comfort thanks to an Apple CarPlay radio, making daily driving far more convenient. The real gem, however, is the cold, fully functional factory AIC, something extremely rare for these mid-70s F-Series trucks, and a major selling point for buyers who want both classic charm and real-world comfort. The frame is clean, the body is solid, and the truck fires right up and drives smooth, making it ideal for anyone looking for a vintage Ford that's already had expensive work done. Whether you want it as a dependable daily driver, a weekend cruiser, or a classic pickup with potential for light restoration, the 75 F100 stands out as a strong value. The seller prefers cash, but is open to trades for something of equal value, giving buyers flexibility as well. A classic Ford with reliability, style, and comprehensive updates. This is what a well-kept F100 should be. Number 12. The 1976 Chevrolet Short Wheelbase C10, listed at $14,500 and located in Bostic, North Carolina. Showing 76,000 miles with an automatic transmission, this truck brings together vintage charm and a long list of fresh upgrades that make it both road-ready and highly desirable. Under the hood, it's powered by a new 350 V8 paired with new polished Holley 600 carburetor, delivering crisp throttle response and strong acceleration. It's backed by a 400 transmission and complemented with 2.5-inch dual exhaust, giving the truck that deep, classic rumble square body fans love. This C10 isn't just mechanically refreshed. It's visually dialed in too. The seller has invested in new paint, new interior, new front and rear bumpers, a new custom grille, new LED headlights, and new wheel moldings that all come together to give this truck a clean, sharp, and updated appearance. It rides on new 15-inch tires mounted on new Corvette rally wheels with big center caps and large beauty rings, adding that perfect period correct stance. The truck is described as very solid, running and driving great, with the added bonus of 4-inch cowl hood to complete the aggressive classic look. And for buyers who appreciate extras, this one comes loaded with them at no additional cost. The seller is including a brand new factory hood, an extra rear bumper, and even a new spare rear window glass, making this deal even more attractive for anyone considering future customization or restoration. Whether you're looking for a weekend cruiser, a show-and-go square body, or a collectible C10 that needs nothing but a new garage to live in, this 1976 short wheelbase Chevy checks all the right boxes with power, style, and plenty of fresh parts already installed. At $14,500, it's a classic that delivers value, performance, and timeless American pickup attitude. Number 13. The 1988 Ford F-250, listed at just $3,500 and located in Lafayette, a classic heavy-duty pickup, showing only 81,000 original miles, which is incredibly low for a truck of this era. This one comes with great backstory too, having been owned by a local farmer just a few miles down the road, which means it wasn't beaten up, abused, or passed around. It lived a simple, practical life doing exactly what was built to do. Powered by an automatic transmission and that unmistakable late 80S Ford the 5.8 personality, the truck starts great, runs great, and sounds awesome, giving you that confident, torque-rich feel these F-250s were known for. The body has that classic farm truck honesty, the kind of patina that tells a story rather than hides it, and overall the truck is in solid operational shape for its age. Now, like any survivor from the 80s, it does have a few needs, specifically rear brakes, wipers, and an exhaust replacement, since the current exhaust is rusted through in 2 spots. But these are straightforward, expected maintenance items, nothing major or structural, and well within the reach of any weekend wrench or budget-minded restorer. And that's what makes this truck such a compelling find. It's the kind of rig that you can easily bring back to full strength with just a little attention, or simply enjoy as a character-filled classic that still does real work. With its clean history, low miles, dependable operation, and that classic Ford soundtrack, this F-250 is perfect whether you're looking for a cool weekend project, a reliable work truck, or a solid base for a full restoration or daily driver build. Trucks like this, especially low-mile, farm-owned F-250 survivors, are getting tougher to find every year, and this one offers tremendous value for the price. At just $3,500, it's an excellent opportunity to grab a classic heavy-duty Ford that's already running strong, already proven, and just waiting for the next owner to finish the small stuff and enjoy that legendary late 80s Ford toughness for years to come. Number 14, the 1965 Ford F100 long bed, listed for just $800. This one is a project from top to bottom, but it's exactly the kind of low-entry price truck that builders, fabricators, and hot rod enthusiasts love to get their hands on. Now, the seller notes that the seat has already been sold, but everything else you see is still there. The truck comes without an engine and without a transmission, and there's no title. So this is strictly a build-your-own or parts donor candidate, ideal for someone wanting a custom chassis setup, drivetrain swap, or full stripped-down restoration. The rear frame does have a bad C-notch, and the bed is lifted, so the next owner will likely be reworking that area regardless, which makes it perfect for someone ready going with a welder, some tubing, or a completely new suspension plan. But the upside here is that the body itself is surprisingly clean for its age, giving you a solid starting point with that unmistakable mid-60s F-Series styling. Straight lines, vintage steel, and a look that never goes out of style. And while it's not running, the seller has equipped it with brand new tires, making it easy to roll, move, load, or park while you build out at your own pace. For only $800, this is an opportunity you don't see often anymore. A true 1965 long bed Ford that hasn't been hacked beyond repair, waiting for the right builder to revive it, repurpose it, or turn it into something completely custom. Whether you're envisioning a slammed shop truck, a full patina restoration, a modern drivetrain swap, or a dedicated parts donor for another classic Ford project, the 65 F100 gives you a ton of freedom to create exactly what you want without the big upfront cost. It's raw, it's honest, and it's ready for someone who knows what they're looking at. A clean mid-60s shell with potential written all over it. At this price, it won't last long. Number 15. The 1959 Ford T800 dump truck, listed at $4,300 and located right in Fort Wayne. And for anyone who appreciates vintage heavy-duty machinery, this one deserves a closer look. This truck represents an era when Ford built workhorses meant to take on the toughest jobs without hesitation. Under the hood sits a classic V8 engine, paired with 5-speed manual transmission, giving you the kind of raw mechanical connection you simply can't find on modern equipment. No electronics, no complications, just straightforward power and reliability from a time when trucks were built to put in real work. One of the standout features here is the 11-foot dump bed, giving this machine real utility even today. Whether you're looking for a dependable job site truck, something for farm use, or even a unique addition to a classic work fleet, this Ford is still ready to earn its keep. And if you're someone with a passion for restoration, this is an incredible starting point. The seller describes it as a great candidate to finish restoring, and that's exactly what it is, a rare chance to bring a vintage heavy-duty Ford back to its full glory. The cab is solid, which is a huge win on a truck of this age. Finding a late 50 ST series with good bones is extremely uncommon, and that's what makes this listing stand out from the rest. The iconic front end, the rugged frame, and the overall presence all speak to the durability Ford engineered into these trucks over 60 years ago. This isn't just a classic showpiece. It's a survivor. Whether you're imagining it cleaned up in polish or parades, preserved as a working antique on the farm, or restored to factory-fresh perfection, this truck gives you endless possibilities. The seller notes that a $500 non-refundable deposit will hold it for 30 days, and importantly, they don't answer texts. So if this rig speaks to you, calling is the way to go. At just $4,300, this 1959 Ford T800 dump truck is more than a purchase. It's a chance to own a rare slice of American work history. Trucks like this don't come around often, especially not in a solid, usable condition. Whether you're an enthusiast, a collector, or someone who just appreciates real industrial steel, this is one opportunity you don't want to overlook.